When I got promoted at work, I thought it was the start of a new chapter, a reward for years of late nights, endless effort, and sacrifices. But what I didn't know was that the night of my promotion party would unravel a secret that threatened not just my career but my entire life. My name is Jason, I'm 32, and I work in finance. For almost a decade, I poured everything into my job, missing birthdays, skipping holidays, pushing myself harder than I thought possible. My boss, Mr. Harris, was tough but fair, and he became a mentor to me. When he finally announced that I was being promoted to senior director, I felt like I had made it. To celebrate, the company threw a big party at a high-end restaurant. Champagne, music, colleagues clapping me on the back, everyone smiling and congratulating me. It was everything I had dreamed of. My wife, Claire, was by my side, glowing with pride. For once, I felt like all those sacrifices were worth it. But that night, my boss brought someone unexpected, his wife, Linda. I'd met her briefly before at company galas, but she usually stayed out of the spotlight. She was elegant, reserved, with sharp eyes that seemed to notice everything. Halfway through the evening, while people mingled and laughed, Linda approached me. She smiled politely and said, "Congratulations, Jason. You've certainly earned this." "Thank you," I replied, raising my glass. "It means a lot, especially coming from you." Her smile faded. She glanced around the room, then leaned closer and whispered, "But I need to warn you. Be careful with my husband." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" She straightened, her expression serious. "He's not the man you think he is." Before I could ask more, someone called her name and she walked away, leaving me stunned. All night her words echoed in my head. Be careful with my husband. What did she mean? Mr. Harris had been tough on me, yes, but he had also believed in me. He had given me this opportunity. Why would his own wife warn me about him? I tried to shake it off, to enjoy the night. But later, as the party wound down, Linda approached me again, this time outside on the terrace, where the city lights shimmered below. "I didn't want to ruin your night," she said softly, "but you deserve to know the truth. The man you see at work, he's not the same man at home. He hides things that could destroy people." My chest tightened. "Linda, you can't just say something like that and walk away." "What are you talking about?" Her hands trembled as she held her glass. "For years he's been manipulating promotions, choosing people not because they're the best, but because they'll cover for him. There are deals he's made, accounts that don't add up. He thinks no one notices, but I see everything." I felt dizzy. Could it be true? I'd worked so hard for this promotion. Was it even real? Or was I just another pawn in some hidden game? Linda's eyes filled with tears. "I know you're a good man. I see the way you look at Claire, the way you talk about your family. You don't deserve to be dragged into his mess. But if you don't protect yourself, Jason, you'll go down with him." The sound of laughter drifted from inside the restaurant. But out on that terrace, my world felt like it was crumbling. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay awake beside Claire, staring at the ceiling, replaying Linda's words. Could my boss really be corrupt? Had I been blind all this time? The next day, I started digging, carefully, quietly. I reviewed old files, cross-checked numbers, looked through reports I'd once skimmed over, and slowly, patterns began to emerge. Money that didn't line up, accounts routed through strange subsidiaries, deals signed with companies that barely existed. My stomach churned. Linda had been right. I was trapped. If I stayed silent, I'd be complicit. If I spoke up, I'd be risking everything, my career, my reputation, maybe even my safety. Weeks passed. I became paranoid at work, wondering if Mr. Harris suspected my doubts. He still praised me, still called me into meetings, still treated me like his protege. But now, every smile felt like a mask. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I confronted Linda privately. "Why tell me?" I demanded. "Why not go to the authorities yourself?" She looked exhausted, her voice barely a whisper. "Because no one believes the wife. They'll say I'm bitter, or that I want to ruin him. But you're respected. You can expose him. You can save yourself." Her words haunted me. Save myself. So I gathered everything, documents, emails, copies of files, and went to the board. My hands shook as I laid out the evidence, as I told them everything I'd discovered. The fallout was explosive. Mr. Harris was removed, investigated, and eventually indicted. The company reeled, scandals splashed across the news, and me, I was caught in the storm. Some colleagues praised my courage. Others whispered that I was a traitor. My promotion was put on hold, my future uncertain. But Claire, my wife, held my hand through it all. "You did the right thing," she told me, "and that matters more than any title." Looking back now, I realize that promotion party was more than a celebration. It was a test, a turning point. Because in that glittering room, I thought I had achieved everything I ever wanted. But on that terrace, under the city lights, I learned the truth. Success means nothing if it's built on lies. And thanks to Linda's warning, I found the strength to stand for something greater than my career. I stood for the truth.